Hey everybody, welcome back to Severance. What an ending to last episode. We got Hallie back, we lost Irving. But I was thinking that since Mark is going to be dual Mark, he can team up with Irving on the outside. You know, fill him in on what's been happening on the inside. Because we don't really know what outside Irving's all about. All we know is that he's very secretive. And he's up to something. So, looking forward to that story maybe. This one's called Trojan's Horse. Which, you know, could describe something like Hellie's infiltration. We could go back in time and, you know, see the plans to put her in. You know, from that perspective. But I hope we get more. You know, I hope we just don't go back in time. You know, anybody could be a Trojan horse. Really. I'm just looking forward to the show. You know. Been excited all week. We had dreams and crazy visions. We had letters, we had numbers that represented letters. We didn't have any marshmallows though. That was the only disappointing thing. Well, we did get to see the tallest waterfall on the planet. Didn't we? Wasn't it grand? We got to see a lot of mannequin animatronics. They were straight out of a horror movie. But it was a nice Ortbo. I'd say it was a success, really. Successful Ortbo. Do you think they'll fire Milchek for letting things get out of control? Do they replace Irv? What's this, June? You tell me. Why are we blocking the face?
Do you have him? Thank you.
No worries. Why can't we see this man's face? Oh, we know what corridor this is. It's the one with the magic elevator. Where does it go? It's gonna be weird with Hallie. Actual Hallie? Because we spent so much time distrusting her. Oh, pills, nice. Mark?
Hey.
You need to get your dryer fixed.
Yeah, or you could just, not live here.
I can't keep coming in and out.
Hey, when do we keep going?
Maybe tonight. I'll decide later.
I haven't remembered anything else.
We have to keep going.
Well, maybe he already has.
We have to keep doing it. No, it was done. It was done, and then now it's not done anymore. Now, why would she go back in again? Why would she ever go back? This is the same question I had at the end of season 1.
It took the rest of the weekend to recover.
I'm fine. Will I be updating Father later?
Just a little
I should
drowning.
hear it from me.
We have decided to spare him knowledge of this contretemps.
What the hell did you just say?
Well, please let him know that his daughter is alive and well.
We're close, Helena. What's he at? 78%?
81.
Ooh, Cold
It
Harbor.
won't be much longer. You can do this.
I'm not going back down there.
Yeah.
It won't be you. It will be your innie.
I'll just fake it again.
We can't take that chance.
And Father approves.
Father encouraged it.
He just doesn't care about her.
But there is no other solution. Mark S. won't work without her.
And the work is mysterious and important.
Yeah. Mysterious and important. Well, I've answered my questions about why she would go back. We need to finish Cold Harbor. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Good morning, Heliar.
Miss Wong?
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Miss Swung.
What the hell?
Please follow me.
Team!
MDR. Together again.
I need to know what's going on.
Where's Irving?
And why was he trying to drown me?
Because you're a fucking Egan.
Was
Yeah.
she spying on us?
The whole time.
It's called a Glasgow block.
Are you saying that she was down here as me?
Maybe she still is.
Helena Egan, in her executive capacity, was conducting valuable research. Irving had no knowledge of what management's intention was in this action. Our only option was permanent dismissal.
So he is dead.
Irving B's Audi has departed on an elongated cruise voyage.
A cruise voyage? No way.
I don't give 3 dry fucks about his Audi.
She doesn't have the right to take my identity.
Yep. Wait till you hear what Mark did with her.
Have you ever heard the story of the Glaxschupen?
What the hell? No.
Let's assume we haven't.
Is this the Trojan horse?
In ancient times, the king of Sweden was known to go incognito amongst his people in the hopes of learning their true grievances.
Right.
Gear Egan himself was known to do so in his ether factories, and Miss Egan was carrying on this noble tradition.
Didn't seem too noble
It smells like horse shit.
to me. Yeah.
Yeah. And Irving is still dead.
As I said,
Cruise ship. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Is he gonna come back or not?
Nope.
he is not.
Wow, some actual honesty.
This went well.
Yeah, nice meeting.
Allow me to escort you to MDR.
I don't like that picture of the iceberg, by the way, talking about that cruise ship.
What in the abominable fuck?
Do we have a new person? Are we a triangle now? Yeah.
If you're taking feedback, I hate it.
Same.
It's all skewy. Oh, what the hell? You don't just get to erase them like that.
As you can see, all of your items have been moved to your new work tri-stations. Hall passes will still be available.
Let us have a funeral,
Yeah.
not a retirement party. A funeral, right?
If he's not coming back, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, as long as it's quick. So it doesn't take up the whole day?
Well said, Mark. In the meantime, let's make some forward progress on the files at hand.
We need to get the numbers up. Remember anything, Mark?
Mark? I'm gonna come in.
This is awkward.
Are you okay?
No, not really.
Yeah. Seriously fucked up. You couldn't tell that she wasn't me?
Oh, we really couldn't tell.
Obviously not.
What was she like?
Like you. Or you're like her? I don't know. I don't know who you are, I guess.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Mark,
Yeah.
what happened to you up there?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Do you want to hear what happened to me?
No, I don't. Let's just try to forget it. Okay?
This one, Allie doesn't know anything about. She hasn't gone through the last few weeks. Must be really weird for her. And Mark's been all cold with her.
May I say a question?
You may.
You shouldn't let them have a funeral.
What?
It makes them feel like people.
Wow.
That wasn't a question. That was an opinion. Unsolicited.
Your first performance review is today,
Oh,
right?
crap. It's not gonna go well.
That was a question.
I'll ready the refreshments.
Yeah.
You focus on the mournful signage.
No, look at this.
Today we honor Irving B. Let us each take 9 seconds to silently remember Irving.
Grin and bared it.
There.
No.
We will now have a eulogy from Dylan G.
His life measured in quarters.
For the least fun guy in the world, he was really fun.
Yeah.
He put the dick in contradiction. He asked me for help with something near the end. and I didn't listen. And in his final moments, he would have been totally justified in telling me to suck my own fuck.
He told you to hang in there.
He was awesome and I miss him.
You were good friends at the end.
Thank you, Dylan G. A little sugar with your usual salt.
Yep.
You may now briefly partake in Irving's fruit head.
Ew.
Miss Walk.
Oh, she has a theremin.
I thought I was going to perform.
Yes, well, I feel the theremin works best in moderation.
I want the theremin.
You can
Practice.
play your piece for me later. Yes?
They're real expensive, those things. You know, some light refreshments before we get back to work. Always appreciated. Hang in there. See, that's... Did he leave you a secret? He said hang in there to... His final words to Dylan were hang in there. And there's a poster that says hang in there. You gotta look behind the poster and you find the secret passage to Narnia. I don't know. Maybe it is a little double message. You can never tell on this show.
You okay? You're not staying?
I gotta get to work, but great ceremony, guys.
Mark,
Just let him go.
What?
Irving was your friend.
You're being weird,
and he's
Mark.
dead.
He's not dead. He's just not here.
You two catch up?
Oh,
You tell her Miss Casey's your wife yet?
nope. He hasn't said a damn thing to her.
Wait, what?
I mean, it's my Audi's wife, but sure, pretty crazy.
Good job, Dylan.
What are we gonna do?
No, we're not gonna do anything.
We'll figure this out.
Will, there's no we, Helly. They are smarter than us, okay? They know everything. They know everything we're doing because Helena told them.
That wasn't me. I'm not her. I'm not.
And how do I know that?
Yeah.
You don't. Not everything here is a lie.
I think she's doing a great job this episode.
Stop being a fucking asshole.
Your first performance review as department chief. Excited?
No.
Very much so. Natalie, just before we begin, I was wondering if I could have a word with you. The paintings.
These damn paintings.
I was just wondering if you could share with me a little how you felt when you received the paintings.
Did you feel rage and anger?
Because I'm thinking our experiences here have been similar in some ways.
Yeah, I was thinking this too.
We face similar challenges. And perhaps the paintings and the somewhat complicated feelings they evoke.
Look at her eyes. Look at this.
Mr. Drummond's waiting.
Yes, of course.
I'm glad I was right about that. About her. The way she was looking at him in that other episode after the paintings. I feel bad for Dylan.
Okay, asshole. Guess this is it. Sorry I let you down.
Hang in there. Hang in there. Hang in there, buddy. Did he hide something here? Oh, yeah. First turn right on the way down the hole, then turn right, turn left, down a long hole, and turn left, turn right, right. left, right, left, left, right, left. Down long hole and turn right, then left, right, turn right. One more time, and all the way down a long hallway. Yeah, no, that's pretty clear. Ate it? Memorize it, Dylan. Memorize it. I think we'll build up to this. Maybe in the last episode this season, we'll get to it.
Today I will be conducting your monthly performance review.
37%.
If the review is to take longer than 4 hours, there will be a break for lunch.
Well, I hope that won't be necessary.
Here is the lunch menu.
Great. Let's order right now.
There have been 3 contentions reported anonymously, which have been investigated and confirmed.
Anonymous contentions.
1. Uses too many big words.
Well, perchance I may colloquially employ
Anti-deflections will be heard after the lunch break. 2. On several of your daily logs, the paperclip was installed back to front. But the bulk of our day will revolve around the following.
The Orpo?
You arranged an outdoor retreat, which resulted in the termination of one employee and the discovery of the true identity of another. Look, Seth. Mark Scout's completion of Cold Harbor will be remembered as one of the greatest moments in the history of this planet.
What?
This milestone seems to have clouded your judgment.
We're getting there. Oh, here we go.
I'm tightening the leash.
Mr. Milchick?
Hi, Mark. I see you left work 6 minutes early. May I come in?
Is this allowed?
How was the rest of the funeral?
He left early.
Hey, did Miss Wong take notes? I can't wait to read her article about it in that newspaper you showed me. What was it called again? The Bullshit Gazette?
That's the one, yeah. Kira Chronicle.
Praise Cure.
Did you and Heliot catch up?
Not really.
Did you tell her that you fucked her Audi at the Orpo?
No.
Helena Egan, leader in waiting of this company.
Jesus. This is Irv's apartment, isn't it? Hey, buddy. I thought you were on a cruise. Yeah. Let us inside the booth this time.
It's me again. They fired me. I think they know what my India was up to. I have to go.
Is that Bert?
Hey! Why are you following me? I got this thing. When somebody shows up on my doorstep screaming my name, I want to know why.
Yeah.
Call it a quirk. You're with Lumen.
He was.
Why were you at my house the other night? I don't know. I got canned a couple of weeks ago. Then you show up at my door.
Yeah, yelling his name.
You think we were an item? Well, Fields certainly thinks so. Fields? That's my husband's, Fields. Maybe you could, I don't know.
Who?
What? We got a ham. We're planning to have it tomorrow. Might be nice if you come over. We could sit down.
Yeah, we could have the ham.
Talk through it all.
Together.
You, me, and Fields. We like red wine. Okay. Tomorrow.
Well, I like that. It might complicate Irv's plans out here, but I like it. Who's he talking to on the phone?
Sorry there wasn't any eggnog. What the fuck are you doing?
I needed some pressure points, things to rattle your memories. That her?
What I thought was her.
Just give him a bunch of ashes.
She's not dead, she's just not here.
Oh, that's what he said inside.
Are we gonna...
One more day. Usually that's best.
Put him in the machine.
I don't want to rush things. It's not an exact science, Mark.
I'm not sure it's science, period, but okay. Are they hurting her?
I don't know.
Nobody knows anything.
You're outie.
What?
I didn't say anything.
Ooh.
You're outie in Parallel Park.
Oh, nice. Oh, shit.
Your Audi pays all of his gas and electric bills within 3 business days.
Me too.
Your Audi listens to music while shaving.
Keep going, Mark. Whoa.
Your Audi is going to be...
It's working. Well, it took till the end of the episode before he had any sort of breakthrough. But he did repeat a line that his innie said. His outie talking about Gemma said the same line that his innie talking about Irving said. That they weren't gone, they were just not here, or not dead, just not here, something like that. I can't remember the line. All I know is that it was the same line. Now let's talk about the outside world. I said I was going to talk about that. It was when Audi Helly was talking to those two, and they were saying that her tempers would recover in, it'd take a little while. And I was like, why are they maintaining this bullshit about tempers and all that on the outside world? When it occurred to me that this is something that they actually believe. It sounds like Scientology and Thetans and all that. Once you reach level 8, you discover that the ancient texts, you get to read the fourth appendix. But it's something that actually people believe in the outside world. And it's being reinforced to me again this season how much people on the outside world, how much they act not like real people, They're all very, not robotic, but precise and strange in their use of language. We'll put it in the file about Milchek using big words, $2 words. But Mark's sister's husband, what's his name? He acts weird. I noticed that in season 1. Like, that was one of the first things. One of the first things I noticed in the outside world was when Mark and his sister went to that party. Like, almost everybody at that party was talking and acting slightly strangely. And Mark's sister continues to be like a real person in a strange world. Every line she says is so natural that when other people talk unnaturally, there's such a big contrast. So I don't think the show will go this way, but there's still something wrong about the outside world to me, that I feel like there's going to be another level, or that there should be another level. I love the talk about the pictures again. I love Natalie's acting, because she doesn't say anything. It's all in her expression. She had it in this episode, and she had it in that other episode when she was talking about the pictures. They both have the same visceral reaction and emotion about those pictures, but they can't verbalize it because they know they're being watched and listened to at all times. So they have to use coded language. And Milchek is saying that he's trying to connect with her and trying to get that sort of feedback back, saying that they would have felt similar things, similar complicated feelings surrounding those pictures. It's a very careful way of saying it. And I really like that. It adds, it makes me like both of those characters more. That they are uncomfortable and they have to be secretive behind Kier's back. So I like both of those characters more because of that. Because they're going through some kind of struggle. Similar struggle. But they can't be open about it. Apparently, Mark finishing this Cold Harbor thing, if it gets up to 100%, is going to be one of the most important moment in the history of humankind. That's how mysterious and important the work is. That's why Kier is willing to put his daughter in danger to make sure it gets done. Now, I think Mark getting integrated and fritzing out might stop the work from, he might hesitate on finishing that work. He was all in on work this episode. And that was the awkward part of the episode. It was the uncomfortable part of the episode. Mark and Helly, Innie Helly, who you really felt for. I'm so glad we had the outside before we saw Annie Hallie. We knew it was Annie Hallie. We were 100% sure it was Annie Hallie this time, because we saw the outside Ellie objecting to going back in and being forced back in. So we could really feel bad for Annie Hallie, who is out of the loop, doesn't know what's going on. She was exposing things at that cure conference. Then suddenly she wakes up, she's getting drowned. Then suddenly she's in an elevator and Miss Wong is greeting her. She doesn't know anything that's happened in between. She didn't know about Miss Casey. She doesn't know about what her and Mark did. She just feels this coldness from Mark now. And Mark, from his side, one, he's regretting sleeping with Audi Hallie. Two, he didn't know he can trust what he can trust. He doesn't know if Hallie is real or not, Innie or Audi. So he just completely, coldly, emotionally shut off from that whole situation. And it was very uncomfortable to watch. So in many ways, Dylan was the kind of the bedrock of that episode, because he was still in normal. He was grieving Irving. He was acting normally. He didn't have any. He's still hiding the wife visits, from everybody, but he felt the freest to be able to kind of be himself. No, so was Annie Hallie too, because she has no choice but to be. She is more innocent than Audi Hallie pretending to be Annie Hallie. There's something about her eyes even, I think. I don't know what it is, but I really feel there's a certain kind of naive vulnerability about Annie Hallie that we didn't see from Audi Hallie pretending to be Annie Hallie. Audi Hallie pretending to be Annie Hallie was more kind of comfortable, and she was still sarcastic. She was still... There was just something... I don't know, something else about her. It's very subtle. And it's so hard to tell, too. They are very close. And it's... we weren't sure. That is the thing. Whether it was Annie or Audi for the first few episodes. She was very good at acting the part. But there's something genuine about this Annie Hallie. And very open. And she was going to spill all the beans about what she'd seen out there. She wasn't going to hesitate at all. Because I thought Annie Hallie might be hesitant to tell them that she was an Egan. But she was very open. But then again, the fact that she's an Egan was blabbed straight away, so she didn't... It's not like she was the only one trying to keep that secret. Irvin Burt and whatever that guy's name is, Fields Medal. Interesting. We saw a glimpse of him, but I wonder what it's going to be like with the three of them. Maybe next time. That woman is living in Mark's house. Makes sense. Kira could be watching. You don't want her going in and out. And as for what's-his-face rewriting his book, Mark's sister is right. It's just propaganda. He's not getting his message in if he has to change his message. He's not reaching all these people. It's a betrayal of his own values, of his own message. He must really fancy Natalie or something. Nat. Why I oughta. Cool melon. I like that the hanging in there thing. I'm so glad that I picked that up from last episode. His message felt very deliberate. So that when... So I made sure to mention it before we even saw the poster in this episode. Because it felt so deliberate. Like he was sending him a message. And he'd hidden this secret map. How did he know to put it there? Maybe he just... I don't know. Maybe he just put it there. and he was going to come back for it later. That's what he did. He didn't want to... He couldn't bring it to his desk. So he just took a pit stop into this room, put it in there, and, you know, pretended to be looking and appreciating the posters. Just put it in there. Yeah, that makes sense. And now he wants Dylan to continue his... Why couldn't we see that man's face? Who was carting the trolley? Why is that a secret? Obviously we're going to see him at some point. I don't know. Anyway, what do you think of this one? Kind of slow, but also kind of necessary. But I feel like we're at the pace. This pace that we had in this episode is the pace of the rest of the season. And then the end of the season, we'll get to that. We'll follow the directions. We'll get to that elevator. We'll go down the elevator and we'll see what we can see. If we do that any earlier than the last episode, I'll be amazed at how quickly we're doing it. Mark will remember more things as we go. He'll be more integrated. I'm very curious what they do with that. If his inside person remembers the outside and outside remembers the inside, I'll be very curious how they integrate that into the story. And no Miss Cobell in this episode. And it seems like Milchek has been doing a lot of things off his own bat, implementing those being nice policies. It was his idea. The Orpo was his idea. You know, he wasn't given directives to do this. He just decided, for the good of the team, he would do it himself. Did you see how many quarters there are? That's like 200 years of Kier. If you can believe those numbers. Which you can't. You can't believe anything. Mark calling out the newspaper is great. The Bullshit Times or whatever. And we found that picture, didn't we? Well, I found it. It was a ticker tape parade for was it Eisenhower? When he visited Brazil. And they just superimposed our team on top of the newspaper. Into the newspaper. Yeah. So, yeah. Complicated episode. How do those innies, how do Dylan and Mark know that Helly is really Innie Helly? How could they know? I'm glad that she just said, you can't. You know? We just gotta take her word for it. She doesn't even know about that goat place. We're so close that we're up at 80-something%, aren't we? File is almost complete. What is the next episode called? Attila. The Hun. Attila. Next time. Then we have Chikai Bardo. Everybody knows what that is. Sweet Vitriol. The After Hours. And Cold Harbor. Okay. Come back for Attila next week. Have a great weekend.